Season 2 of this program no longer has censored swearing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome back to the Topic Turnaround, the show where we start with one topic and end with another. Since it's the first episode of the season, I'll be introducing the cast. With me today, I have Grant Singleton.
Hello.
Simon McMinn.
Hello.
Our executive producer, Charles Myers.
What's up, gang?
And our guest today is Maelee Barth, here to talk about our topic, conspiracy theories, specifically about Helen Keller. Do you want to start, Maelee?
Yeah, Helen Keller, okay, just think about it. There's no way she could have done all the things that they say she did. Like, she's deaf and blind. She can't see
That's who
or
Helen Keller
hear.
is? I was like, what? I was like, who's Helen Keller?
You actually forgot who Helen Keller was?
Basically, Helen Keller is this girl who's, like, blind and deaf, and through, like, teaching her stuff through feeling, like, they, like, got her to do all these super cool things. Like, apparently she flew a plane, which...
Whoa, that's...
My dad's blind, and he's driving cars.
And she's done a bunch of, like, research and written books, and it just absolutely makes no sense.
He also had his friend literally telling him how to, like, what to do.
Yeah, he said
Tell that
left.
story.
Oh,
she can't hear.
I guess it's
Yeah,
diversion
they
a little bit,
palmed
but
her the signs.
so for those who don't know, my dad is blind. He doesn't have eyes. So when
He doesn't have eyes?
No, he
Oh my
has
god.
glass eyes.
I didn't know that.
Oh my
So
gosh.
when he was in high
Not
school,
like literally no.
Oh, I
eyes.
thought you
was
were
making
just
that
kidding.
joke.
no, he actually doesn't have.
Wow, okay.
So when he was in high school driving to his senior all-nighter, he was with his friend. I don't remember the guy's name, but as he was driving over, apparently his friend wanted to look for something he had in the back, and I don't remember exactly what it was. My dad's like, and he said just grab the wheel and start going, and so my dad described it as, so he was driving, and then his friend would just pop his head up and go left. Okay, we're turning right. So yeah, that's. And I think another time he drove out when he was visiting family out in Texas, and because they used to own a big ranch, and so he would just drive around with his equally like 12-year-old cousin when he was also 12 years old, and they would just drive around on the ranch.
Oh no.
What'd you do, Simon?
Don't worry about it. Keep talking.
Status update. Simon just broke his glasses.
Oh my gosh.
They got bent, and I was trying to bend them back so I could see.
Here's
Bend
what
them
I
back.
was
Oh, I
like,
fixed them.
I don't understand why glasses frames are so expensive.
Oh my god, it's so dumb.
When they're made of nothing. Like,
How much are they?
So the glasses that I have on, they're clear, and they have this like fake plastic metal shit on the sides, and I don't know, I think it's like $60 frames or something, like a ridiculous amount of money for a tiny chunk of plastic. Like, think about how much readers cost. I'll say it. Think about how much readers cost. Just if you go to like Rite Aid, it's like $10 for a pack of 3 readers.
We just got a bunch at Goodwill for like $1.
Exactly, but why is a frame that's like it's probably 2 or 3 levels higher than a reader's frame should not be 60 times the price? Like it just should not be that expensive.
It's so dumb.
Yeah,
I agree.
it's ridiculous.
Especially when they're so easily broken.
I know.
Like, a basketball could break them.
Yeah.
I had a pair. I used to wear glasses, and so I had this kid in my neighborhood literally throw a basketball at my face and break my
It's
glasses.
my dream to recreate that.
And I've got a little indent on my nose from that happened, actually.
Wow.
It's kind of funny.
It is pretty funny. Yeah.
It's
Okay.
pretty funny.
The only other glasses breaking story that I have that's kind of real. I have a lot since I've worn glasses since I was a kid. But the only interesting one was when I was skiing, and then my mom had skied down the hill. And then her ski broke, and I was on a sled at the time because I was like 4 years old. I can't. And so my parents were like, no, we're not buying you those. And so like they got to the bottom, and it wasn't a real ski, so it was like the little like starting area.
Yeah.
And my mom's binding it broken, and so she's like, oh, I'll just stop through it and then fix it. And so I'm like, oh no! And so at 4-year-old me thought, oh, I have to go help. So I hopped on my sled and just full force dove forward, and I hit my nose right against one of the little like beams on the like one of the wooden beams and cracked it. And you can still see how I have a giant like bump on my nose where the bone grew back.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think somebody should describe it for the viewers at home. What they
It's
see.
a-
exactly.
Imagine a
It's a
really
big bump.
ugly face and then a bump on that nose.
Facts. Yeah, that's facts. I can't disagree with that.
You work at Goodwill. What's like your most important item sold, or like what's sold a lot?
Clothes.
Clothes.
Always clothes.
Well,
But
half your building is clothes.
Yeah.
that is true.
Aside
Okay.
from clothes.
Aside from clothes, we sell a lot of glassware.
Oh That's smart, actually.
Yeah.
What?
I feel like
Glassware.
especially when you look at the
Oh, yeah.
casserole dishes, it's like $2 for the fancy dishes. And if
Yeah.
I'm bringing stuff over to like a potluck, I feel like it's cool to bring it in like porcelain thing and then just leave it there.
Yeah, absolutely. That's my favorite thing to do after we close is to just go through and look at all the glassware. I'll just spend a half hour back there
Wow.
looking through all the stuff when I'm supposed to be
Okay.
cleaning, but like
Oh, okay. I thought this was
It's
like
good.
off the clock behavior. This is
no,
what you were to do.
It's yeah.
Off the clock behavior.
You're like clock out. Time to look at glassware for half an hour.
Well, I
It's
mean,
fun.
if I did get off during the day while Goodwill was still open, then I would go and look at the glassware and like not for a half hour, but I would like maybe buy some, you know,
Oh, okay, that's
like
different.
not just to look at it.
Okay, I thought you meant you just wanted, like you look at art, like you just look at the glass.
I'm
No.
meticulously craft.
I know.
How was glass even made? Like, what the heck?
It's
Melted.
Melted?
it's
but like,
melted sand.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you take very finely ground sand and then you melt it, and you have to melt it with a bunch of different compounds to get the right like consistency, and that's why like if you look at older types of glass, they're not necessarily as clear.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a lot. You need all their minerals and everything.
I love watching like glass blowing. It's like so
That's
Oh,
satisfying.
yeah.
There was this so my grandparents have a place up in Ione, and and every year they
He'll
have this
bend
thing called
back
Down River
eventually,
Days.
Grant.
Simon
Then-
broke his glasses even more.
Wow.
Stop
No,
messing with
no,
me.
this is the same snap from earlier. I just kind of
You
wiggled
drove
them
here,
back
right?
on.
Anyway, sorry.
Ye-
They have this thing called Down River Days, and a lot of like the people in town like set up like little booths and shops all around the park. And there used to be this nice old couple that would make like glass animals and glass jewelry, but I haven't
Ooh.
seen them since COVID, and that's actually really sad.
Oh no.
I hope they didn't die.
Straight up. I
Kinda
hope
funny
so
if they
too.
did.
I will say, Ione also had a lot of very interesting people. So I went to, I've only been to one of the Down River Days, and I think it was the largest collection of Trump memorabilia and
Oh my.
and like Confederate flag stuff that I've seen in a hot second. It was impressed. I was honestly, I'm like, wow, you. And then like I remember I was pretty impressed at that they managed to even put their kids in it. Like there was this 10-year-old wearing a Let's Go Brandon shirt.
I know.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Oh.
that's confidence.
It's awful.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean it's
And,
all
like,
it's awful parenting.
It's like an
but,
hour away from like Canada too. It's so up north.
I know. It's like the southern states of Washington.
Exactly.
The northern southern states of
It's
Washington.
literally just reversed.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Our host Miles then goes on to talk about his own political beliefs, so we had to cut him off. So now enjoy the sweet sounds of the topic turnaround music. So how was your day? Yeah, that's great to hear. Yep. Okay, that's my cue. Enjoy.
Anyway, Maelee, you brought your frog again.
Again, I love this frog. His name is Frank. Look at him. He has a crown. Someone describe him.
I was wondering why you brought that. I
He's
saw
very,
you.
he's very green.
I brought him last time.
We already
did the
talked about
podcast,
this last
but
time.
you weren't.
I
Like
wasn't.
stuffed
We don't want to
bear with
recycle
frog.
content.
He's really cute.
We don't want to recycle content.
Mm-mm.
Isn't that what we've been doing with the same format for the last season?
Shut up.
Okay. Anyway,
Anyway.
let's move on. This frog stays in my car. Segue. Today I got my picture taken because I won best car at the school
Whoa.
Well,
out of the seniors.
didn't you and
Me and Caleb.
Caleb Parsons win it?
Yeah.
So like you like half.
What's his car?
Well, there's
Oh,
two
okay,
winners
okay.
for everything.
I know.
So
What's his car?
he's got an older Toyota Land
Why
Cruiser.
didn't
It's
Sumner win?
73.
So,
Actually,
Awards?
Sumner won like 4 different things, and so he had to choose one of them, and
Yeah,
the
he
rest
won
got
those.
like
He won.
bumped
He won.
up.
Funny.
That's hilarious.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know if I would have won best car if they gave it to Sumner. It would have been either Sumner and Caleb or Sumner and me.
I think Caleb's car is really cool, just the way it
Oh,
like, the
absolutely,
vintage
yeah.
aesthetic of it.
Yeah, he gave me a little ride from the student parking lot to the staff lot today. It's got no
No.
doors or no
It's
roof,
exciting.
and
Badass.
so it was kind of
Well,
cool.
Little 25-second drive there. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it was cool. It was just kind of cold.
Oh.
No doors.
Just be warmer.
I've asked him about it.
Okay.
I've asked him if he ever wants to put it back on, and then he said, "I will never." Yeah, I think it's a point of commitment now. He's
Oh,
too.
for sure.
Oh.
Did you fix them?
I bent it back.
Good job.
Yes.
Okay.
Round of applause for Simon.
Yeah, but the earpiece
Does
still
anybody?
is not.
Yeah.
on
Do you
there.
have
doesn't
any?
matter.
Charles, do you have any tape?
I'm not gonna get tape during recording.
He's
Oh,
gonna
no, like
stab
after,
himself.
after, of course.
After,
Yeah,
okay. I don't know.
I'm really an engineer.
Did you take engineering?
Yeah.
Yeah, I took 2 years of
Yeah.
engineering.
Also, you could fix
I
your
was the
glasses.
only kid in that class who actually did anything.
That's fair. Engineering sucks.
Yeah, it's
Why
literally...
Why would you take an engineering class in high school?
Because I thought it would be an actual engineering
know.
class,
Who'd
and
Mr.
then
Gillespie teaches it, right?
It was Miss Farrell last year,
Yeah.
and then she moved on.
She
She was just done.
I remember once our engineering class was completely whack, because like you didn't actually build anything, so you were just like, what would you do if you had to build this?
Oh yeah.
And so there was one where we were getting like started with 3D modeling, and the assignment was, oh, you have to just make a muffin tray, really, you know, for a business, and you have to like think, oh, what's a cheap way to like make a lot of muffin trays? And Owen and I,
Really engaging.
yeah,
Yeah.
Owen and I had like previous experience, you know, 3D modeling.
Oh, okay.
So we just like
I thought you'd have-
modeled a simple muffin tray. It's like, oh, we'll make it out of like whatever material. But this one kid, he said that he'd like make muffin drones and have them be solar powered, and like,
That's pretty
And-
sick.
Miles is such a
Like,
consumer.
like he added,
diet
yeah, but like
Only
he
$2,000,
added so
give it
many
to me.
things that like it just
Not
wouldn't
practical.
work in any way, and he got an A because like it wasn't a real class.
No.
That's true.
That's it.
I didn't try. I made like one friend in that class, and that's all I did. I just talked to them the whole time. Did nothing in that class.
I was absent one day, and on that one day we got assigned a project that was worth 20% of our grade, and I just was never told about it, and so I got like an 80% in the class, even though I was a star student for like the rest of the class. Just no one told me. I just
God.
missed this one assignment that for some reason was like 20% of my grade.
I always get nervous, like at the end of the day when I go over my homework that I'm gonna miss something. So like I'll sit back and I'll go, okay, this is first through sixth period. I go with my period by
I do that,
period,
yeah.
and then the next morning I'm like, okay, let's do it again. I'm pretty sure I forgot something. Because I feel like that feeling is the worst when you walk in, especially if you're in like a small class where you know everyone and everyone else has their homework finished and,
Oh my
and you
God.
don't. It's
I'm
just
gonna just step my game up with this, especially your English class. I haven't tried that class all year.
yeah. Yeah, I haven't either.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I'm not taking that AP test. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not either,
So,
but
yeah.
you know.
AP English?
Yeah.
Why would anyone take AP English? Why would anyone sit through a 4-hour-long test where you have to read and write?
college admissions?
That's stupid.
I know
It
it's
is
stupid.
That's part of what I'm doing a lot of my.
What are you gonna do with an English degree?
Exactly.
It covers genders.
Read.
Read?
Yeah.
Read for a
I'm
living?
gonna read really well.
Dude, if I could read for a living,
I'm gonna
I would
degree in
do
reading.
nothing.
You guys can read.
Oh no.
That's I haven't gotten there in English
That
yet.
explains a lot.
I'm on 11th grade phonics.
Yeah. So I heard that Camerata is doing something coming up soon, right? You guys have a competition coming up?
Demir Jazz Festival.
Yes.
Yes. That is in the middle of March. We have our set right now that we're learning. It's
So good.
so good.
Oh,
Charles
you
is
play
the drummer.
drums,
Yeah,
yeah.
the drums technically don't
Uh-huh.
work, yeah.
One of them is like a funky song, and like there's a funky straight groove on it, which is like not typical for
Centerpiece?
Camerata. I feel like it's centerpiece,
Oh
but
my
that's
gosh,
it's
it's
a
so
halftime funk feel, and I'm so
That's
excited.
cool.
It
I
is
love it.
really
Someone
cool.
started just like beatboxing halfway
Yeah,
through.
yeah, basically.
That'd be
You
cool.
just
Pretty
decided
much.
to go in freestyle.
Yeah. Oh god.
Huh.
Why?
And
Why?
I
No. Why'd
wake
you start it?
You're
Why'd
my
you start it?
centerpiece,
I
yo.
put on
Someone
my
over the
makeup.
speakers.
No, literally
And then
scatting
I
is just
wake up.
pitch beatboxing.
Can we please cut this?
No, scatting
Miles,
is
you're-
literally pitched beatboxing. I hate
Yeah.
scatting. I think it's stupid.
Oh, I love scat.
I think it's awful.
What's wrong with it?
I don't like it. It's you just have to make up sounds while you make up pitches at the same time. Are you kidding me? That's stupid.
Just like
Why not
sing
sing
scat.
words?
Because
Write lyrics
why
and
would
write.
you? Why would you sing words when you can sing scat bootity?
No, it actually sounds awful.
It does?
I think
I like
the
it. I don't
real-
like it.
I think the real reason is because they like jazz is kind of like fundamentally sort of built on like having solos. And
I think
and with
improv solos are
Camerata-
cool, but
yeah.
scatting, no.
Words
Really?
are just limiting Scatman John.
I think a piece of it too is it's hard to have an improvised solo with words that fit the
The
theme and the story of the song. And so I think that's a big reason why I came out of it. And also, I think with some artists it sounds like whenever Ella Fitzgerald scats, I love her solos. Like they're really melodic and they follow the chord changes like very I don't know. She has a lot of root to root notes, which makes it flow super well. So I don't know. I like that kind of scat.
It really moved my soul when Scatman John said, "I'm the Scatman."
It's the upper level scatting.
What is the difference between like a person who can get the job done and sing on pitch, but like a really good choir singer?
What?
What's the difference between a bad singer and a good singer?
Oh yeah.
I guess a good singer uses like good intonation and actually like studies the music and
How do
learns
you
the
tune
music.
your voice? Do you like just push it?
I mean,
you grab your neck
kind
and
of.
just
You
just think about it really hard.
yeah.
Okay, well,
Sharp.
I don't know how to explain it really. It's just like comes naturally to some people and some people it doesn't.
Like
Like
you just extended or like scrunched up your neck.
it's like,
like
it,
shortening
you
like
use
an
the
instrument.
you use the muscles in your like voice. I don't what's it called, your
Voice box.
voice
I don't know.
stuff
Your
in
throat?
your throat.
Vocal cords?
Vocal cords, those
Oh
things.
my god.
You
Your
yeah.
laugh box. SpongeBob. You've never.
I've never seen SpongeBob.
Oh my
There's a whole,
god.
you know the episode of the laugh box where Squidward makes SpongeBob thinks he burnt out his laugh box?
No, I don't.
I haven't seen that
I've
episode
never
either.
seen SpongeBob ever.
Okay, I'm pulling something out. You guys can go.
No.
I'm proving it.
Okay.
No visual
No
aid.
blades! I'm making sure it's a real thing.
Oh, please. Well, yeah, with singing, some people just know how to do it and some people just don't. I don't really know how to explain it.
Okay.
Some people are just kind of tone deaf.
Then what
and
do you work on in class?
You work on, like, breath support and, like, being able to better control your pitches.
Okay.
Because a lot of people tend to be really flat all the time or really
Okay.
sharp. Especially when you do, like, big jumps, you always, like, either
Yeah.
overshoot, undershoot.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's a lot of what we work on. And then with Camerata, a lot of things we work on is being able to find your pitch without, like, while having other clashing pitches around it. And because jazz has a lot of funky chords, and so in Camerata, when you're singing, it's not like in band when you just press your fingers down in a certain way and then the note comes out. But in Camerata, you have to make your voice hit the pitch without like having, I guess, a different like a reference. You just have
That was
to.
the doorbell.
That was the
That was,
doorbell.
that was a doorbell.
What's your favorite type of doorbell?
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I think there's two different kinds.
Why do you actually have a preference?
Okay, so I think
fucking doorbell, you push it and it makes sound.
yeah, there's two different kinds of sounds, dipshit. So there's like the ring ones where it's pre-programmed, and then there's the ones when you press it and it's the bell. I love the bell. I think the bell's a classic. Like when you know when you get multiple bell chimes that play.
Ding dong.
No,
Like that?
no, it's like boom, 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 boom.
Oh.
And it plays like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I have to go with just the simple bong. So I have a favorite everything, okay?
Yeah.
And my favorite kind
What's
of
your
doorbell,
favorite kind of Parmesan cheese?
Parmesan cheese.
That's not a favorite kind.
Stupid
Specifically.
head.
Parmesan.
Anyways, back to the topic of my favorite kind of
great
doorbell.
reference.
Mine would be have to be the perfectly circular, the
you
metal
noticed that,
little
right?
press button. You press it once, it makes just a nice, like whole dong, and it's very simple and it's nice and just you have to go with that.
I think if you're really looking for the old money aesthetic, you have to go with the gargoyle knocker. The giant.
That's not a doorbell.
Don't change your house.
You know,
so
personally, I like the doorbell that works.
no, but
the
so
one that goes down.
So-
You know, trick or treating, like you see the broken doorbells that annoys the crap out of me,
Yeah, I
like
just
when the case is
break into
broken.
their house.
Oh, that's
yeah.
true.
I think this is if you ever want to know how to increase your property value. So go to like so even if your home is worth maybe $30,000, it is
$30,000 for a home?
a trailer house,
Oh
a
my
trailer
God.
home. Okay,
That's
you
still a bit
you
low.
buy yourself a $20 gargoyle knocker. Screw that bitch right in there. You are gonna 10x your property value. Who doesn't see that and go, I want to buy that house?
It's like
It makes it worth.
There was
I don't know,
actually
it's
this-
just how it works.
There's this one house that I know that my parents were looking at one point. I think it was they were trying to get it for a rental or whatever. But it legitimately had like catacombs. Like their basement was like
That's
fucking
sick!
catacombs.
Oh!
It's like
What
so
are
cool.
catacombs?
Was it up, like,
Huh?
above
What are
the-
Have you ever played
catacombs?
Skyrim?
It's like
No.
by
So this is, I guess,
by Manitoba,
it's
like the Japanese
it's sort of
one.
like you.
Just run-
Yeah,
I don't
we
know.
went there.
Do you want to
went there,
describe
but it was
catacombs?
way too
'Cause all I can think of is the Draugr caves from Skyrim right now.
Do you know
It's
the
not accurate.
Catacombs in France?
Oh, the ones with the skulls.
Yeah,
It looks
like
a
underground.
dungeon.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like
What's a
actually like
catacomb?
stony walls.
Stony
Let
walls.
me look up the definition.
Like
A
stony
what?
walls like in archways.
The definition of what?
Catacombs.
So it's like an underground. Just think of like an underground dungeon that has dead people in it.
Except this
Yeah.
one with
Oh.
dead people in it. It just looks
Basically.
like a catacomb.
Yeah. Like in
It
France, they
just
have
looked like an
there's the
A
French
underground
catacomb
stone
is an
passage.
underground mass tomb.
An underground cemetery consisting of subterranean galleries.
Sorry, it's just cool to say catacomb.
and recessed
Also-
You
tombs.
like the way you
Catacombs.
that is my voice. That's my natural voice. It
That's
is
your-
that deep. Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
it
So
definitely is.
that is my
Wow,
natural.
wow.
That
Miles
was
is
Your
talking
voice-
at
Oh,
the
that
same
was yours,
time as
yeah.
Miles.
So you know, just to sort of wrap things up as we're coming to a close here. You know, we started off with Helen Keller conspiracy theories. Who's this blind? Yes. Yeah, sorry. God. Yeah. Helen Keller conspiracy theories. We ended with.
Helen Keller Smasher Pass.
Catacombs.
No. There's only one option. Is that you can't do more than Helen Keller after that. It just.
What?
What?
Don't you normally have multiple people or multiple things for Smash or Pass? It's not
No,
just.
it's just you take the person and then do you want to
You
smash
decide
it or not?
smash.
No, I know.
Or pass.
Usually you have more than one like. I don't know.
I think you're thinking of like
I
Kiss, Marry,
played
Kill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking. Sorry. Oh,
Your
my-
brain did it. Anyway,
What did you pass
Wait,
on
what
one
topic
piece-
did we end on?
Catacomb. The definition of the word catacomb.
Helen
So,
Keller.
I don't see
Would everyone like to throw on and share their big. Melanie, you introduced the starting subject?
What?
You introduced Helen Keller's conspiracy theories about how she's not
How
actually
did
blind
the
and deaf.
first and the end topic connect?
Oh.
What's your connection between Catacombs and
Okay.
Helen Keller?
Oh, I can tell you.
Helen
Hard to see
Keller
both?
is so blind and so deaf
And
That-
so dead.
and so dead that she could be she could be in a catacomb right now because she's so dead.
That's
Whoa,
Wait,
good
but-
point.
You
You know-
never know.
Both Helen Keller and Catacombs are kind of hot.
What is wrong
What
with
does Helen
you?
Keller look like? I don't. I feel like
No visual aids.
I know, but it's for me personally.
No personal information will be gained.
Okay, and Grant, your connection?
They're both dead.
Oh
no
my
one, no one
gosh.
uses catacombs anymore. It's a dead.
Here's
dead
my big
Oh,
connection
Helen Keller
is
looks like that.
The
my
future
biggest
is
connection
now.
is that.
Futures now.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Actually, I don't
Smash her.
Like
This is all we
her
have time
now,
for,
so like
Simon.
her corpse,
Simon,
or
Simon,
like
okay, my connection is that
If she
I
was
didn't
still
know a whole lot about
Or
either
fan.
before we started this episode.
All right.
All right, thanks for listening, everyone. Please come back and tune in next time for the second episode of Topic Turnaround with Trent and Hazelbaker.